Hello again, welcome back. Now in this brief lecture, I will be discussing the characteristics of the IELTS reading test. In any test, preparation is the key. Of course, we need this because in taking any exam, you need to prepare to get a passing grade or better yet, a remarkable one. To prepare for the actual exam, one important thing to do is to get to know its structure. Be familiar with its types of test questions, instructions, and answers. The IELTS reading test has these types of test questions. In the reading exam, you will give either true, false, or not given. Choose an answer letter from multiple choices. Answer questions with short responses, or perhaps label diagrams, and write these words based on a word count limit. What do I mean by word count limit? Here is an example. The instruction says that no more than 3 words from the passage should be written as answers. What does it mean? First, it means that your answers should not be more than 3 words, and that these words should also be seen in the reading passage. For example, number 6 should be given an answer with no more than 3 words coming from the passage. Your answer may only be just a word or 2 or 3, but not more than the prescribed word count. Here are other examples with the same kind of instruction. These are 2 variations of the short answer type of test in an IELTS reading test. Since we need to be aware of the word count, we also need to know how words are of course counted in IELTS. From this slide are explanations. First, even when the answer is a number, date, or time, remember that it is considered a word. For example, the number 30,000 is counted as one word, so as 55 and 9:30 a.m. If the date format is like this one, wherein the numbers are separated by periods, the date is counted therefore as one word only. However, if the date is written as both words and numbers, then they are counted depending on the number of separated items. For example, if the date is written as February space 2 space 2022, then the answer consists of 3 words. Please take note that in this course, I would like you to use the format that can be counted as one, just like the example on this slide, which is December 19, 2016, which is written as 12 period 19 period 2016. Third, symbols with numbers are not counted. However, if the symbol is spelled as a word, then it is counted as one word. Fourth, even small words such as articles and prepositions are counted as words. Number 5, hyphenated words are counted as one, like the word up to date, while compound nouns, which are written separately, are counted as 2. However, if the compound word is written as 1, based on its proper spelling, it is counted as 1. Remember to spell compound words correctly. Lastly, contractions are counted as 1. When words are separated as in it is, not its, then the answer is counted as having 2 words. Again, please take note of these rules so that you will not exceed the word limit and your answer not counted. Now here are 2 variations of the sentence completion type of test. You may be asked to choose from multiple choices and write the letter of your answer to complete a sentence, or actually write a specific word, just like in the example below the first one. Remember also that for completion type of test, that grammar matters. Again, in this type of test, grammar matters. So if, for example, you will be required to write the answer to the question, how often, for the frequency of an action, then you should not be writing the word week or year, but instead the words weekly and yearly, or either of the two. Okay, do not forget that, because again, for completion type of test, grammar matters. Next, if you will be tasked to label diagrams or charts, keep in mind that the information will be given in the same order as the numbers on the diagram. This is also true in the listening test. So you do not need to randomly skip parts or skim parts to identify the answer. Remember that the information will be given in the same order as the numbers on the diagram or chart. Now here you can see an example of a true, false, or not given type of test. There is a description per type of answer. Of course, if an information is not given in the passage and the item cannot be answered because of the lack of it, the answer should be not given and not false. Therefore, your full understanding of a reading passage is a must to answer this kind of test, as it may be a bit confusing. Another type of test that you may encounter in the reading section is the global multiple choice. This is just like the usual multiple choice type of test, but type 2 may require you to give 2 answers or more. So make sure to read carefully not only the passage, but also the instructions. Lastly, if the type of test is a matching heading or choosing titles type of test, then you need to really understand in full the passage. Meanwhile, other types will only require you to skim and scan parts. Tip number 2. In order to ace an exam, practice as long as you have the opportunity, just like in this class. Take every chance to improve your reading skills. May you find the academic readings here as interesting and not demanding. I'm also hoping that you will eventually make reading a habit. For the other tips that may help you get a good or decent grade in the IELTS reading test, here are the following. Okay, first, read carefully and follow instructions. Next, remember that wrong answers will not be penalized, but do not leave any item blank. Number 3, spell correctly. If the word is a proper noun, you have to begin the word with a capital letter. Number 4, write legibly. And number 5, sometimes they provide you with a pencil if you will be taking the test in a test center. Use the provided pencil. If you want to know more about the points mentioned in this presentation, you may visit this website. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you for your time.